I had an encounter. I used a man of God's messages, and the name of the message is Fresh Fire. I was listening to it, soaking it. Some of you, somebody came and told me, I was telling the person, go and listen to this, my message, go and listen. He said, I've listened to some of your messages. I laughed. Because I know if you have listened to my message, especially this one, you can't be asking this question. For the fact that you are asking this question, you have this challenge, means that you have not listened. Because when I say listen, I'm not saying this here. What is communicated is spirit and life. You have not trapped the spirit reality encoded within the message, and you say you have listened. What is the purpose of listening? The greatest book that changed my life was the one that was written by Dag Heward-Mills. That book was called Catch the Anointing. He said he was listening to Kenneth Hagin message one day, an audio record. In the night, suddenly something left the message and entered him. He went back tomorrow morning to teach. He taught yesterday and taught tomorrow. The people said tomorrow that something has changed. That he is still teaching the same thing. Oga, what people hear is not what you are saying. Their spirit needs to hear, even as their ear is hearing. When a man hears what his spirit needs to hear, he will not be tired of hearing. When I took Fresh Fire, I was listening to it, soaking with fasting. I said, oh God, baptize me with fire. Day after day, days turns to weeks. I was still playing the message. If I'm going to toilet, I will carry it. If I'm on the road, I'm carrying it. Anywhere I am, I'm carrying the message. I'll be saying, baptize me with fire. Why don't I have fire? You have listened now. There are some messages for me to, before I touched what was inside, I listened to it 100 times. Because I was hearing it and I'm feeling what I need is inside, but I've not touched it. I stayed there. I stayed there. Some of them 500. So there is a message I've listened 2,000 times. I started listening to it the year 2011. It is still on my phone till today. I still listened last month. You are in a hurry. You now quickly listen. I've listened to this one. I've listened to this one. They ask, I've listened to it. I've listened. You are calling people, but when they look at no power. And the message you listen to is the necessity of power. And as you are looking at it, you saw the man moving in power and you never collect power. And you say you have listened. You have not listened. When you come to meet God, he will say, let him that have an ear hear. That means you have naturally 2 ears. But when you want to hear God, you come with an ear. Are you getting what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When I listened to it, a point came. As of that time, I was now doing youth service. One day, I was in an uncompleted building. The way I do those days is that on Saturdays, if I don't go to work, of course I don't go to work, I will take a mat and go to an uncompleted building, use a wrapper and close the top so that the sun will not be too much. Then I'll bring my boom box. I'll put it on. I'll be playing it and be studying and be fasting. I will not come out from there. I will continue praying, fasting, studying, soaking till evening. One day I will say, fire, oh God. Suddenly, listen. Suddenly, I felt as if they started pouring something on me. Pouring. I now noticed that it was fire, but that fire was not coming as if it's coming from outside. It's coming as if it's inside. It was not coming like air, like flame. It was coming like liquid. Say after me, liquid. I say, how can the flames of God be liquid in dimension? And they were pouring it. When they were pouring it, my body began to burn. It burned so much that I have to use water to be dabbing myself to feel cold. This guy is looking at me as if he doesn't believe it. If you want to operate in the extraordinary dimension, you need extraordinary fire, grace, power. I tell you. My body burned. I stood up to move. My heart burned so much I thought it will fall off. I used my hand to hold it like this. I almost said it's too much. You have not seen fire. It burned for many days. I did not know what I was introduced to until one day we were in night vigil. And an angel stood between heaven and earth. Should I stop saying this thing? Okay, let's just go back to Bible study.